Happy Monday!
Hi, she's Chrissy.
And she's Sissy.
And we're
Chrissy and Sissy. So today, I think the first thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to just kind of like dive into talking about communicating with our young black males.
Okay.
And coming from the view of me being a mom, and I say mom, yeah, a mom of two teenage boys, ages 13 and 14. So how do you talk to your teenage boys, young teenage boys, about the things that's going on in the world today? How do you prepare them for that? I'm going to say, coming from the point of, I know that everybody's 13 and 14-year-old boys is not like my 13 and 14-year-old boys. And I would say that I kind of like shelter them. I'm not going to say that I shelter them, but they're just not, what are they not? They're just not like out there where they like hang out at the mall and hang out at the skating ring and hang out, in different places, hang out on the corner, hang out at their friend's house. And there's nothing wrong with them doing that. I just think that they haven't really like met like those type of friends where they can like go over to their house and hang out, and then they're gonna ride to the mall and hang out and different things. But if I had to have that talk with them, what would I actually say? It's because I really and truly don't know. I teach them to be leaders, and I would trust that when they're not with me, that they would continue to lead and be that example. So I don't think that it's cool for when other guys talk to our children and make fun of them because they want to be educated, because they speak properly, because they don't sag. It's always you got to be a sellout or you got to be an Uncle Tom. It's never anything uplifting out there. I think that really hurts me, and it's kind of sad because what has not being educated and saying anything and acting any kind of way, what has that actually gotten us as a people? Not just the men. I mean, there are women too. Where has it gotten us as a whole, as a people? And what does it profit us to act the way that we act, but then turn around and throw the blame off on somebody else, taking no accountability for our actions? That's one thing that I instill in my children is being responsible for your actions. Nobody is responsible for you but you. Am I saying that that's going to prevent them from being racially profiled? No, I'm not saying that. Am I saying that it's going to prevent them from certain other things happening to them? No. But what I am saying is, in the event that they are racially profiled, I would think that they would act in a respectful way and not act out of character. What do you think, Sissy?
I was coming from the standpoint of a youth leader. It was like, how do we address this? Because the reason why I kind of want to talk about this, because I've seen like some churches kind of like abuse the whole, social injustice movement and everything. Like, it even goes as far as like the having a no justice, no peace praise break. And then you have other churches that are champion and they're out there and they're vocal, but it's always that line of that thin line of being a Christian, because some people believe that, you know, when you say Black Lives Matter, okay, what about the other lives? But then they say all lives matter, and then some people say you're a sellout. But coming from the stance of a youth leader, education is very important. I am that youth leader that, you know, you can dance, you can do this, but baby, can you read? And I think
Yes.
just educating our young Black boys and young girls, educating them, and then how do we handle that? Well, we can't help if we're racially profiled, but we can do things to where we're, I'm not going to say not racially profiling, but we could be together as a group. One thing that I love that our church youth does, and it's something about it. I feel safe when you come together and God is in it. If you catch what I'm saying, I feel like it's more safe, because you do have running groups at predominantly Black churches. They run, and we know all the things that have happened, you know, with Ahmad and things like that. People say, okay, we can't run, we can't go to a hotel, you know, we can't drive, what can we do? But I don't know, it's something about when we come together, you know, oh, how good it and pleasant it is for brothers to dwell together in unity. So as a youth department, we get together. I think it was at our like international church, a church convention. The youth got together with their church on, and went to where y'all with the aquarium.
Went to the aquarium.
Went to the aquarium. So it's like, you know, her two sons are a part of the youth department, so they don't look like I guess a threat when we're together. But yeah, of course they were by themselves. People would racially profile them. So I think as youth leaders, we educate and then we provide, especially now in this time, we want to keep the youth active. I don't like saying busy. We want to keep them active and doing things. Okay, you want to go to the movies? All right, let's make it a youth thing. Okay, y'all want to go to the park? Let's make it a youth thing, because it's better when we're all together. And God, I feel like God just smiles on that. And then when you wearing the shirt that says that church, you know, and all this stuff, I feel like that's help. Of course, continue to pray, but continue to pray, educate, because I know with my Black boys at school, every weekend I will always say be safe. Every time they leave from my sight, I always go be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe. You know, mind authority, be safe. So I think coming as a youth leader, just providing those opportunities. I don't know, you know what? History repeats itself. If you think about it, I'm a history buff. History repeats itself. My mom is 70 plus years old. Back in the day, you know, she graduated high school in 67. So, you know, the civil rights movement was in the 50s. So when you think about it, what was the place where African Americans went? Church. They always went to church. We know with the 16th Street bombing, that was something that was just very, you know, sad and hardening to us. But if you think about it, that's why African Americans were pushed into church, and you had the church socials, the church sock hops, the church proms. I don't know, but
that's one thing I want to have a church prom.
You had all of that going on, so it's like, okay, we're going to provide a safe place for our youth to be, and so that's one thing I feel like history repeating itself. I think that's a whole nother topic, but with segregation, with desegregation, integration coming into play, then we start to mix.
Coming up to Juneteenth, that's a good place to go.
As youth leaders, you know, all those that are watching, you know, how can we have these conversations? Well, we educate, we let them know what's going on, but then we provide those our church basketball games, church picnics.
I realize that even with us providing all of the outlets and the social gatherings and that one of my big things always have been, and one of the things that I wanted to do literally is to kind of have a hangout spot where all of the young people can come and they can just hang out, you know, drink their sodas, eat their popcorn, eat their hot dogs, you know, just kind of like just a hangout place for them, you know.
That's what we need.
And just once again, just not being to the point, and I find myself having to talk to my 14-year-old about not trying to identify with others.
Mm-hmm.
Create your own style of dress.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
just
a such
be
cool
who you
lesson.
are. Yeah.
You know, seek wisdom.
Yeah. Create your own style of dress. Don't try to be like anybody else. One person that I do applaud, and if it wasn't just like so much, if it wasn't like just so much cursing, and I understand that he was like extremely upset because of the action of our black people, is LL Cool J. I watched his video, his live. I watched a replay of the live. And he was just like so upset because he was trying to talk to our young people, and they was just like coming at him saying that he was a jigaboo, he was an Uncle Tom, he was this, he was that. But he was just trying to give them some good sound advice from somebody that came from the street. You know, and he would, he just kept saying, I'm just trying to talk to you because I came from where you are. And in order for me to get where I am, I had to listen. Like I was telling Sissy earlier, it's just so much things that I could say that I really don't feel comfortable saying on video, just because people are like just so judgmental, and they think that you're trying to be more than what you are. They think that you're trying to be white or whatever. I'm very confident in my skin. I always have been. But I have always carried myself in a way to where I knew where I wanted to go in life. So I made a decision at a very young age not to go to jail, not to have 7 and 8 a mile long traffic tickets. I just made it just like a point to have a clean background. I made it a point to, and it annoys a lot of people, I made it a point to be just and to be fair to everybody, even when you feel like that I'm betraying you, I'm turning my back on you. I made it a point to be that person where I'm going to treat everybody the way that I want to be treated. And that's just what, that's just my desire for our young people. And to just be totally transparent and just say, yep. A lot of times in church, we don't talk about the fact that our young boys can just be walking down the street and just because somebody else got on a red shirt and a pair of khaki pants and they robbed a gas station, and you had just so happened that day to have on the exact same thing, all of a sudden you fit the description. You know, so how am I going to handle that? I don't even remember what I said, because I feel like I'm rambling. Do you think I'm rambling? If you think I'm rambling, put it in the comments down below.
But we just wanted to like the conversation that we're having, because it's just like a conversation, like this Sunday school community, go ahead and have these conversations. You know, I got this shirt from an international church convention.
Yeah.
So
and I'm kind of upset because leader, I didn't get one. I
had to be there at midnight.
Oh, I was in bed. I was sleeping at midnight.
So, you know, the church says, I am a peacekeeper. So this is an actual organization that, you know, my international church supports. So we have those conversations. We have panels. That's what I love about the men and things like that. But we go ahead and we have these conversations. We shouldn't shy away from these conversations.
Right. If the young people come to us as adults and as youth leaders with a question, regardless to what it's about, even the big no S word, we should be willing to talk to them about it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, you know, the racial profiling is just something that's like before us now, but they have other things that they want to talk about that the church tends to label as
We don't talk about
bad
that.
words or taboo. You know, we don't say
do that over here.
We don't talk about that over here.
Mm-mm.
But your children are exposed to those things over here. Also, Satan is the prince of the air. So with Satan being the prince of the air, at times things are going to happen because we are flesh. We're flesh. And the thing that I like to say is, you know, there's a reason why you teach your child to pray. There's a reason why you teach your child to have faith and to know who and whose they are. There's a reason for that. So when they come up against things, they are prepared to handle that situation. But anyway, that's another
video.
Something else I'm going to get on my soapbox about.
I hope that this conversation,
shout out to Coca-Cola. Thank you for the Cokes.
Whether it gets a lot of views or not, we know that we done our part, and how can we look at what's going on into the world today as working in youth ministry. And so on that note, thank you all again for subscribing, liking.
Thanks.
Y'all know what y'all do. Keep doing what y'all do and double what y'all do. All right.
All right. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in.